I don't want to be taking tablets all the time. So it's no fault of people, but they're always like, take a tablet and it'll be better. And it's like, tablets really don't work. And I think one of the captions on the video was, having to take painkillers all the time, and it's absolutely rubbish. You're kind of having to carry them around everywhere with you, and you kind of taking tablets that don't really work. I'm really, really lucky. I have a really amazing pain management doctor. She's known nationally and internationally. So over in America she's known, in Scotland and all around the world. So I'm really lucky to actually have her and have her knowledge. And we're quite blessed in Leicester to have her, because she's a bit like a pain angel. She kind of makes things better for you, and she's a really cool person. But a lot of CRPS sufferers, they don't really have the doctors. So like I said before, not many doctors actually know a lot about it, and that kind of leads them not to believe the patient. So it's really difficult for a person to actually deal with it, because they don't have the pain management doctor to prescribe them the right tablets. And there's this cycle that you go through. It's like, you're in pain, you can't sleep, you get depressed, and because you're depressed, you go into more pain. So it's like a vicious circle. Because with CRPS, if your emotions have a lot to do with your pain as well. So if you're feeling quite happy, your pain levels won't be as high. But if you're feeling, down, then your pain levels will rise increasingly. So going back to the circle, you have pain, you can't sleep, and not sleeping, it makes you really kind of grumpy and depressed. But being depressed, that sends more pain, so you're back to the beginning, and it's a vicious cycle. And the thing to kind of dealing with this is trying to break that cycle, which again is another really difficult thing to do. One of the things with CRPS is the changes that physically goes on in my foot. If I was to take a first stop now, which I'm not going to do, don't worry, you would probably see just like a bit of purple mess. It's not very cool at all. You know how you have scars, but they kind of like blend in with your skin, don't they? My scars are really big and shiny. Like the one on that side of my foot is like that long, and it's really shiny. But the rest of my foot, it's like blue and really purpley, and it's a bit weird. The colour of my foot is all to do with kind of like my spine. And you remember me saying kind of like the changes that my spine goes through. It's all to do with my sympathetic nervous system. And what that system does is that controls blood flow into your leg. So because that's become hyperactive, sometimes it will let too much blood into my foot, and sometimes it won't let enough in. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. And also, the thing with the colour changes with somebody with CRPS on their limb is if they're having like a burning pain, their foot will be like a reddy orangey colour. But if they're having like a really stabbing, cold pain, their foot will be like blue. So the type of pain kind of like, it kind of changes the colour of your foot. So depending on what pain is, depends what colour your foot is. It's a bit weird. Sometimes it looks like a rainbow. This is a really funny story. It's not funny because it really hurt, but I can kind of laugh at it now. I got the bath once on my foot. It was like red, but it had like orange dots on. Literally looked like someone got an orange pen or something like that. And it hurt a lot, but it was really fun actually. If we look long term into the future of somebody with CRPS, it's the future doesn't look too bright for them at first. Being told that there's no cure for it, and as time goes on that you might not ever be out of pain. That's something that's big. That's it's really hard to deal with. But there comes to a point in your life after you've had it for so long where you just think, I've got to get on with my life. I can have a lay in bed and cry all the time. I can do what I want. I can try and change the world. I think that there's a really cool quote there. The people that are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that actually do. So I kind of have this mental plan to take over the world going on in my head. Okay. But the chances of me, because I've had CRPS for about 2.5 years now, the chances of it actually going away isn't as good as when first had it. So looking to the future, my immediate future looks like, just pain. But the thing which CRPS sufferers really have to do is they literally have to throw themselves into something different to kind of, direct their mind to something else. The more you can direct your mind and throw it into something else, the more chance you have of actually, kind of being able to cope with it. Yeah? Any questions so far? No? The only way I can really explain my pain is I came across this diagram once. It was a couple of weeks ago actually, and it's called the McGill's pain scale, and it's literally a scale with a lot of labels coming up, and it'll have things like a laceration, a break, surgery, childbirth, and CRPS. It literally orders it in the amount of pain. So at the bottom we have like a broken bone, next you'll have like a fracture, you have like surgery, and the next one up it's like an amputation of a digit. So if you cut off your finger, so yeah, that comes there. And then next comes childbirth. So obviously childbirth hurts more than having your finger cut off. But this was really scary actually. What comes at the very top is CRPS pain. So childbirth was there, and the type of pain that I experienced is just there. So every kind of like, throughout my days and the months, my pain is actually sometimes worse than that of childbirth. So if somebody was to cut off my finger, I think I can safely say I'd probably laugh at them. It's not as bad as the pain in my finger. And that's something, people are always like, you can't be in that much pain, and it's really difficult, even your friends, like, you can't be in that much pain. And it's just like, trying to educate them that it is actually that bad. So I'm going to stop there because I feel like I'm rambling a bit. But I'd just like to thank you really a lot, because November is CRPS Awareness Month, and I don't think anybody else knows about it. And for me, all I really, really wanted to do was literally just mark it. I didn't really care less if one person turned up or if like 10 people turned up. For me, it was just about literally marking the month and trying to educate at least one person about it. So thank you very much for coming.
Can I ask you a question? Do you find looking at videos that other people have made on YouTube useful for you to, one, understand CRPS and also to feel like you're not alone?
Yeah, I think it helps me to understand it as well, but by showing it to people they can understand as well. But it does help, because people do feel that they are alone, because it's not so the chance of you being in a group with somebody who also has the same pain is quite it's not a very high chance. So looking at the videos and diaries that people have made, it kind of tells you, there are people out there like you, and you're not kind of like on your own. And it kind of encourages you that if they can do it, then so can you. And you sort of build up this little cult of people, and it's like we all support each other, even though we've never spoken to each other. But it does help.
So do things like social media, like Facebook and Twitter, help you stay in touch with people and find people like that?
Yeah, it does really. I mean, because you can kind of share experiences and tips and everything. I'm in touch with people who are older than me, because CRPS is more common in older people, so between the ages of like 35 and 45, that's the most common time to get it. So I'm in touch with a lot of people that age, and they kind of tell me about the treatments they've gone through, and some of them actually put into a medical coma and actually see if that can reset their thermostat, so to say. And it's really interesting to just compare stories and just be there for each other when you have appointments or if you have big operations and stuff.
Thank you.